and what is up? Yeah, we back, episode 20. Glad to have my peoples in the building. Got my peoples in the building. I don't care about them though. That's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the show myself today. I'm gonna do the show myself. And I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna tell you like this: if I did it myself, y'all would tune out real quick. Man, I got my boy, man. boy. Rob. Ah, man, what's up, man?
What is going on, yo? Suffo.
Tell everybody about your hat, bro. Everybody know that my man Trent, man, he always do his weekend excursions at the wrong time. So this week he decided to step out, and we had our special guest co-host, Miss Chris, in the building. What's up, Miss Chris?
Miss Chris.
What's up? Thanks for having me again.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah. I don't even.
See. This is man terrible.
Big shout out, man. Look, if you have a successful business or you're trying to get a business off the ground, check out arcoutlets.com. They will allow you to promote your business, and you actually get a certain percentage of your of the profit, or I think it's profit, and all those good things. So check out arcoutlets.com. Also, big shout out to Rock Bottom LLC out of Virginia Beach, Chesapeake area. Man, big shout out to Keith, man. Does all of our beats, man. Appreciate the hard work that he does for us and everything like that. Man, so as you all know, man, we do this segment where we do the what's in the cup. And I got to see, what do we have in the cup today? Rob, what you got, man?
Man, I'm drinking something that's a little too nice for me right about now. I mean, I'm still sober. So in the glass here, I'm drinking a nice rye, but it's a Basil Hayden. It's really it's really good, man.
So you drinking my Basil Hayden?
Man, yes, I am. And it is delicious.
You dirty.
I need a cigar with this and my feet up. It's good.
Crystal, what you got in your cup today?
I got some peach margarita.
Peach margarita?
Yes.
Okay.
Tequila.
All right. Nothing wrong with that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As you all know, I'm a rum person, man, so I'm sipping on my rum. But anyway, man, yo, I gotta get to this little quick thing before we get to the round the horn, man. If y'all haven't noticed, man, NFL season kicked off on Thursday with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Texans out of Houston. I almost sound like Coming to America when he said the Texans out of Houston. Yeah. Anyway, they kicked off the season on Thursday, man. We in full swing. As you can see, I'm repping my Green Bay Packers attire. Go Pack, go. But one thing I want to point out is the fans actually booed the individual. I'm gonna play the video. I want y'all to take a listen and let me know what y'all think about it.
Thank you.
So essentially, the individuals led by Patrick Mahomes and what's his name? Deshaun Watson. They decided that it'd be a solidarity moment for the team to come out and during a moment of silence to lock arms with each other. And essentially, Kansas City Chiefs fans decided to boo. And I was taken back by it because I don't understand that. What was the point? So, and it kind of goes back to the whole rhetoric where they talk about, hey, guys, when we do something like this, instead of kneeling during the national anthem, it's a problem. It seems like everything's a problem. So when you show solidarity, it's a problem. I wanted to get y'all take on this real quick. What y'all think about that?
I agree with you. I think that people just want to find something to complain about. They, racist people out there. And I think that people should have a right to kneel or lock hands in solidarity or lock arms, especially for, standing up against police brutality. It's not a secret that, there is police brutality out there right now. And especially against black men, black women, you know, the black community as a whole. And I think people just can't stand that there are people standing up against it. And it's crazy.
I mean, for me, like I was watching the game when all this happened, and I was shocked myself when I heard that. You know, I was thinking, okay, well, you know, you got Colin Kaepernick out here taking a knee. You got, you know, NFL players. Only one NFL player from the Kansas City Chiefs. I believe it was the linebacker, number 57, is the one that took a knee. Everybody else stood. But, I mean, they still had their right hands raised, though. But, I mean, I don't like Chris Collinsworth, you know what I mean, just because I'm an Eagles fan. But he said something during when all this occurred that I completely agree with. It was probably the only thing that ever came out of his mouth I actually agree with. He actually said, listen, folks, he says, my job is to call and announce a game. He was up there without Michaels. And he says, my job is to call a game. He says, so that's what I'm going to do. He says, but I'm just going to say this real quick. He says, come on, people, and knock it off. He said, these people are standing up. These athletes are out here on the field. They're taking a stand for something that they believe in. And honestly, this shit should have changed. And he didn't say shit. But he did say this stuff should have changed a long time ago.
Right.
And he says, no, let's play football. So, you know, that's something that I completely agree with. I mean, but from my cynical standpoint, you know, that's me being positive. From a cynical standpoint, I honestly believe that we're on the brink of a civil war anyway. So it doesn't matter what we do. We could go out there and pass out gold dollars to everybody, and everybody will still have a problem with it.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that we're on the brink of a civil war.
I think so.
4 more years of your boy, we definitely going to be in a
I think it's
civil
going to
war.
be about another, 53 days, and then you're going to start watching people get shot in the street. Watch. I hope not. I hope I'm wrong. You know, but at the same time, you know, it's going to be ugly.
I hope you're wrong too, but yeah, I just, you know, these races ain't hiding no more.
You noticed that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed it too. You're starting to see a lot more Karens. You're starting to see a lot more Chads pop out of the woodwork, and with the whole bigotry and racism thing, they're not hiding anything anymore. They're just coming right out of the gate with it, and they're daring you to do something. And you know, the one thing I can honestly say is I'm glad that my black people are much obliged. They will give you that pimp smack if they feel as though you need one. But
all right, y'all know we do this segment, man. That was a segue into our Around the Horn, man. Crystal, what we got for Around the Horn?
Yeah.
So a lot of drama this past week. First up, Joe Budden.
Crazy Joe.
First, okay, there was audio that leaked with his ex-fiance and baby mom, Sin Santana. And in the audio, you could hear Sin state that he allegedly dragged her the last time they saw each other. But it even gets crazier than that. Actually, there was court documents that were filed by Sin, which were leaked out to the public. And it stated that Joe Budden used to masturbate his dog. I guess apparently because he said that the dog didn't have no way to get a release or whatever, and I don't know. This shit is crazy.
I used to roll with Joe Budden, man. You know, until he got into that beef with Eminem, because Eminem one of my favorite rappers. But yeah,
really, this is what we're doing now.
The Twitter community actually, after seeing this, pulled up a clip of one of his podcast shows where he was groping his co-host dog, and said that if you're not a true dog lover if you don't touch your dog's genitalia.
Yeah, nasty, man.
Come on. How? I mean,
nasty. Yeah, nasty.
Listen, people.
This shit is crazy.
I'm gonna say this one time for everybody in the audience to hear. Your entertainers are not role models. Okay, I grew up in the era of Charles Barkley. Okay, between spitting on a little kid and doing all the things that Charles Barkley's been allegedly accused of, and other pro athletes. Pro athletes, a lot of entertainers and pro athletes are not role models. So you do have pro athletes out there that are great people to look up to for your children, but there are a lot of them that have a lot of problems.
I thought you would have been like growing up under like different basketball stuff. Charles Barkley, that was like the 90s, man. Yeah. 80s, 90s?
80s, 90s. Remember, Charles Barkley was drafted in the mid-'80s.
I remember y'all. I thought you was born like the 60s, bro.
What?
I thought you said you was born in the 60s. I mean, because I
was born in 75,
I thought
man.
you would have had like Kareem.
I'm an 80s baby.
Oh.
If you were born in 75, how you an 80s
How you an 80s baby, bro?
I was born
I'm
in
an
75.
80s baby.
I'm an 80s baby because I grew up in the 80s.
Okay. But usually that means you're born in the 80s.
No.
By the time it was 80, you were 5 years old.
Yeah.
So you weren't a baby.
I wasn't grown either, was I?
You're an 80s child.
I don't remember. I'll put it to you like this. I remember the 80s better than I remember the 70s.
Okay. I'll give you that one.
So, back to what we were saying about Joe Budden being an absolute psychopath and, sticking his hands up underneath the four paws. Yeah, Joe Budden, man.
I'm a dog lover.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Bravo.
Oh, rest in peace to you, dog, man.
My baby. But, yeah. I ain't never touched my dog's genitalia.
Are you sure?
Other than to clean him. I mean, not for to get him off. That's
what you trying to insinuate, Rob?
I wasn't insinuating.
Because you're gonna sit up there and ask the lady. Watch.
I said,
you don't ask her.
I said, are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay,
I would never do no
lady.
nasty shit like that. I mean, that shit is disgusting.
I'm not making no insinuations. If I wanted to make an allegation, I would come right out and say it.
Anyway, Crystal, what we got next?
Don't get upset. He sound like you ain't got a dog, do you? Okay. Yeah. See, that's the reason why I can say that. I ain't got no dog, so I can say what I want to say.
Okay, Jussie Smollett.
This
past Wednesday, I guess Jussie Smollett did his first interview in 2 years where he maintains his innocence.
Can you believe that?
Apparently, he claimed that his staged attack was the claim that he staged his attack was bullshit. He spoke with former CNN commentator Mark Lamont Hill and said that a narrative was intentionally created to make people doubt his claim that it was set up. It was set up to make it seem like he was lying about something or everything he said.
That makes no sense.
He told Hill that there are witnesses that can back up his original claim.
Yeah, where are they?
White men attacked him.
Get the hell, like who?
And as you know, the two brothers.
Didn't they already come out and say that they were paid by?
Yeah.
Didn't they have their passports revoked?
That he paid them $3,500.
Yeah, but they had their passports revoked.
Them. I think so.
And we're banned from leaving the country because they were trying to get on a plane to fly to somewhere when they got caught.
Somalia.
But I think it wasn't the charges that were levied against Jussie, weren't they?
They were dropped.
They were dropped.
Yeah. So what are you complaining about, dummy? Why are you still making this an issue?
Yeah.
You had, pretty much the tooth fairy landed in the, out of the clear blue sky on your shoulder, even after you did something as dumb as this, and then turn around and made all the charges go away. Oh, and by the way, you got rehired. Didn't he get rehired on Empire or something like that after they tried to kill his character off or something? Whatever. But then now you want to come back out and put it with Mark Lamont Hill, who, God, don't get me started. But anyway, you want to release this, and I'm just like, dude, why don't you just go somewhere? Just go somewhere. You're obviously pretty good at creating. I don't know, man. Just in other words, just shut the hell up.
Yeah, I think he needs to shut up.
Just shut up.
Especially if his charges that were filed, they were 16 counts of disorderly conduct originally filed against him, and they were all dismissed.
Now, if that had been you or me, they would have filed like 9 felonies against us and 5, misdemeanors, and they would have probably threw a hate crime in there just to be, as a cherry on the top.
Hey man, look, don't go down your rap sheet right now, okay? We don't got time for that.
I agree. I think it's money talks. So I don't know why they threw out his case, but or the charges against him, but who knows?
Shut up, Ron.
Okay.
Just shut up, Ron.
The next topic we have is Odell Beckham Jr. Speaking of NFL.
Where Trent at?
Oh, buddy.
That's messed up.
All right, man. What's up with Odell? What Odell do? What Odell do?
So late Monday night, a video surfaced of Slim Danger, who is Chief Keef's baby mom, she appeared on Thoughts Next Door podcast and claimed that Odell
Thoughts next door.
Thoughts, boy, thoughts.
Thoughts, THOTS,
No pride. No pride. I'm sorry. Go ahead. No pride.
and claimed that Odell Beckham Jr. likes to be defecated on in the bedroom. So apparently she was on the show. There's these two hosts on the show, Selena Powell and Alzina. And she said that she sent, I guess, Odell Beckham a video of her, I don't know if I should say this, squirting across the room. And he was like, I want to see a video of you doing doing a number 2 or a picture. And so she sent him a video. She said within 2 hours, she was on a plane to Houston.
No pride.
And next thing you know, like, she got there and he was like, I want you to do that on me.
So he likes to be crapped on.
Yeah. And then she said she couldn't do it. But he also told her he wanted her to come on the plane, make sure she didn't have any underwear on, and don't take a shower for 24 hours.
Oh, he a nasty motherfucker.
Oh, that's we passed nasty about 3 truck stops ago.
Oh,
yeah, there's some people with some weird fetishes going on out here. But anyway, he didn't really respond to the allegations except for the fact that he put up an Instagram post with a caption that stated,
Tell me, y'all realized the coincidence here? He likes to be doo-dooed on. He plays for the Browns. Right? That's some clever shit.
You've been saving that, ain't you?
No, I just thought about it. I just sat here. I said, hold on. He likes to be doo-dooed on. He played for the Browns.
yeah.
Oh, nasty man.
Yeah, I listen. If you're a multimillionaire like Odell Beckham, I kind of sympathize with him a little bit. All right, I'm putting myself out there right now. I'm not trying to jump out there. I'm just putting myself out there.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
All right. So, if you're a multi-millionaire like Odell Beckham, okay, and you can bounce around and you got all this quote unquote money in the bank, and you're a single dude who is questionable. So I'm being respectful, but you might be questionable. But so your proclivity might change. Your sexual proclivity might change between what it is that you can get easily versus what it is that you cannot get so easily. So your tastes might vary and swing back and forth. And I could kind of understand why he would be so raunchy, but I can't understand why he would be so damn filthy.
Honestly, there's a lot of men with some crazy fetishes out there.
Oh,
and I don't think money
I ain't trying to make
does
no
anything
excuses
to stop that. I don't know.
No, but I mean, if you have enough money, you got enough money to take and buy and get whatever you want, then you pretty much you can have whatever you want. So why not have whatever you want?
Yeah.
If that's what you want, is some doo doo.
Well, these girls apparently they've been putting a lot of celebrity, basketball, football players out there and rappers. Yeah. So I don't know.
Ain't nobody safe no more, huh?
I guess not. They said they're clout chasing.
Terrible.
But anyway, last topic we have for Around the Horn is the wildfires in California. Last Saturday morning, a couple expecting a baby actually set out to share the news of the child's sex by setting off one of those smoke bombs. And, the ones that send the blue or pink smoke into the air. Well, apparently it caught, I guess, the wild grasses that have grown in the area on fire and basically burned already has burned through nearly 10,000 acres and forced more than 20,000 people to evacuate the area.
That's crazy.
Always doing the most.
Yeah.
Always doing the most. Whatever happened to, the little gazoos, like and it comes out blue, like, or, having some blue posters on the wall, or,
Right.
Some pink, I don't know, construction paper.
Yeah, different society, man.
Yeah, y'all just trying to do too damn much, man, and then you wind up burning down half the goddamn state. Like, I got a problem. People are dying in this damn fire.
Yeah.
I got a problem with that.
Losing
Like,
their homes.
Yeah, man, I saw that a little boy died. I think it was in Oregon, though. A little boy died holding his dog.
Like
with his
I got a
grandmother.
homeboy.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was sad.
One of
man.
my homeboys lives in Colorado, and he sent me a picture going down the road the other night as the sun was setting. The entire sky was red. Come to find out, it's the smoke from California
Yeah.
blowing into Colorado. And I'm just like, you guys are doing too goddamn much, man. Like, chill. Go somewhere and sit your little dumb ass down.
I
You know
saw
what
a
I mean?
video that was like it looked like a tornado with like flames in it. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's.
You're just doing too much, man. So,
Anyway, well, Crystal, man,
People
we
doing the most.
yeah.
Crystal, we do appreciate that.
Hey, shout out to my ex-wife, Elise Guadalupe. Her husband died on 9/11 19 years ago yesterday. I hope that, you recover, and get down the road and things. It just kind of hurts a little less every year that goes by. Just want to let you know that, everybody out here is thinking about you.
Yeah, can't forget 9/11.
9/11. All right, everybody. Look, we're going to be right back from, we got to go to a quick commercial break. Are you still searching for clothes in your closet? Looking for that summer outfit, maybe that fall outfit? Well, hit up my man at Shades of Faces. Shades of Faces has some of the tightest urban swag out there. You can hit him up on Instagram or Facebook, Shades of Faces, and tell my man that Comfortable Being Uncomfortable sent you. What's up, man? It's Doc Ronnie Mac, yo. I just had to stop by to drop this nugget on you all. If you're looking for some comfortable activewear that you can wear to the gym, around the house when you're cleaning up, or when you're in the street running errands, you need to shop at Recovery Athletics. All you have to do is go to www.recoveryathletics.com to get both women's and men's fashionable and functional apparel. Even sweeter, yo, it will not break the bank. You know why? Because we're running a 35% off promotion. All you have to do is use code RA35 at checkout, and you will get 35% off your entire order. Now, come on. Top brands can't even top that, yo. All right, everybody, we're back from the commercial break. Still got the Recovery Athletics showing at the bottom because I want to especially emphasize Recovery Athletics has been a sponsor with us ever since we've started the show. And I definitely had the opportunity to purchase their materials, and it is great. Rob, I know you probably purchased their materials, and what do you think?
I love Recovery Athletics. I mean, we get a 30% off discount. We got the little code and everything. Like, it's pretty awesome. As far as I know, like, I haven't really got a chance to wear anything because I'm a big dude, so it's gonna take a little bit for me to kind of get into it. But if that's your thing, if working out is your thing, and you like to look good while you're doing it, I highly recommend that you check out their website.
Exactly. I will be wearing that. Their products on the show here in the next couple of weeks. Shout out to Recovery Athletics out in Scottsdale. So look, man, the big topic that we want to talk about is the Woodward tapes on Donald Trump. Yep. Very interesting tapes that came out from a special interview that Donald Trump himself coordinated with Bob Woodward, discussing his takes or his understanding on a lot of things, to include the pandemic. And essentially, in in his tapes, he indicated that he knew the pandemic was really bad, very serious, and he believed in downplaying it. He loved to downplay it, which is problematic to the American people in a sense. What say you guys?
Yeah, I think that he pretty much downplayed it for the American people, and it was exactly what the guy came out and said, that he knew it was serious. He knew, didn't he say something about they knew it was airborne?
Yep, it was airborne and everything like that.
And didn't tell the American people that. As a result, when it first was released to the public, many people didn't think it was that serious. And now you have all these people who still think it's just a hoax and are not taking it seriously.
My question is, I'm gonna start from the beginning on this.
Go ahead, man.
My question is this: let's take a look at the timeline.
Huh?
What's your timeline look like? Because these tapes were made back in February,
Right.
End of January, February. Bob Woodward sat down with the president of the United States and hit record on a button. So the president did know that this was being recorded. He acknowledged it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Woodward, the intentions of him taking these tapes was not so that he could leak anything, 53 days before the election. The reason why he did all this stuff is so that he could write a book, which he just did, and he's about to drop it. I don't think it's come out yet, but he was going to write a book, and he was going to use the quotes from the president in this book. So my question to you is this. Number one, why didn't Bob Woodward come out with this information earlier?
Hold up. Are we going to put the blame on him? Because stop. Because let me tell you something. A lot of y'all didn't think about this until Trump tweeted that bullshit the other day, talking about if he knew it, why didn't he tell it? Look, let me tell you something. You're the leader of the free freaking world, man.
Yeah, and
you have the responsibility of hundreds of millions of people.
So let's incite.
Hold on, I'm not finished talking.
Let's incite a
panic. I'm not finished talking. Hold on, because what you talking about? What? Incite a panic?
Yeah.
No, motherfreaker. People need to know this information so that way they can take it serious.
How?
It's not inciting a panic.
It wasn't even in the United States.
I'm not finished. Let me say this, okay? Because you're talking about inciting a panic. You incited a panic by downplaying it. And you got scientists out here saying the president is wrong. That's inciting a panic. If the president would have came out here and said, yes, you're absolutely right, this is very serious, start wearing your mask, start taking proper precautions, go ahead and stand 6 feet apart, 8 feet apart, whatever, stay home, lock down. But no, he didn't do that. He went against these scientists and said they're wrong. We got it under control. And he didn't do that. He didn't have it under control.
Yeah.
He incited a panic that way.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. You got it.
All right. So look at when the tapes were made. The tapes were made in February. We didn't start locking down until damn near April. That's the first thing. The second thing is that when he did jump out there and he banned flights coming from Asia, you guys had a problem with it. When he turned around and banned flights coming from Europe, and we had Americans trapped in Italy, everybody had a problem with it.
Who had a problem with it?
The Democrats, everybody.
Because he was sitting up here saying, Rob,
that
it was not serious.
Yeah.
It
was not that
for the
serious.
American people. But remember when the tapes were made. When were the tapes made? If he knew what he knew when he knew it, then why wasn't the information put out ahead of time?
Well, that's why
Because
didn't he put out the information?
Because maybe he didn't know the information that he knows now back then. Remember, we didn't start.
Stop.
Why are you screaming?
Stop.
You need to calm down.
Stop.
You all right?
Because you sound, Rob, with all due respect, man, I respect your opinions and your views. You're a very intelligent brother, but you sound like a complete idiot right now.
I don't. I'm just
being
rational.
Do. You're not being rational.
It's completely rational.
No. Let's
do
it
53 days before the election.
Come on.
Well, first of all, he's a dumbass.
Come on, you guys conspiracies.
He's a dumbass for doing those interviews, knowing that they were recorded and saying all that shit. It didn't matter when they were released, okay? He went on record and said this stuff. As a matter of fact, he didn't even tell half his aides, that he was doing these interviews. So,
Rob, I don't care what way you try to swing this, but people sitting here trying to say Bob Woodward should have said the stuff or should have put the information out. I guarantee you that if he did that, people like yourself and people in your party that support him would have sat here and said, he's wrong. I don't believe him. He's incorrect. He's spewing falsehoods and everything like that.
And I guarantee you that people in your party would have had a problem with him no matter what he did. It doesn't matter what Donald Trump would have done. You still would have had a problem with it.
Well, he should have done the right thing.
The
right thing would have been to let the American people know that this virus is very serious.
So we can do what? Buy up all the toilet paper and guns and ammunition like everybody did when the pandemic first settled in?
No.
Because it was wait a minute.
First of all, he would have gave people a chance to get prepared. Or matter of fact, he should have been a leader and had everybody in the states get prepared instead of leaving it up to the states to do their own fucking thing.
That's not his job.
That is his job.
That's not his job.
His job is to be a leader.
It's up to the governors to decide how they want to run their state.
He could have set the example. He could have set the example. He could have been a real leader and been like, okay, I need you guys to organize. And I need you to do X, Y,
with
Z.
With what authority?
Rob.
The authority of the president of the United States.
He's not in charge of the states.
It doesn't matter.
Why does he act like it? I said this a couple weeks ago on the show.
It doesn't
when he
matter.
tried to say that he's going to take away federal funding from public schools in the states because they would not open. Now you're saying he doesn't run the states. He shouldn't have any. See, this is what bothers me is that when y'all play the fence so freaking much.
Do you know how many different departments of education there are in the United States? You should.
Well, why don't you tell me, Rob?
There's 51. There's 50. There's one for each state, and then the federal Department of Education. There's 51. That means that there's 51 different hands that your tax dollars have to go through in order for it to find its way back to the state that it originally came from. So if you want to know whether or not the president has the authority to withhold that money when you pass it from that, all right. Listen, I'm rooted in logic and reasoning, and this makes perfect sense to me.
And conspiracies and all this other
It's
bullshit.
not conspiracies. If he did not know in February what he found out in April,
damn,
how are you going to hold it?
How you going to sit here and say he didn't know when he was on tape saying, I know it's airborne, I know it's serious, I know it's deadly. And then he came out the next week on the thing on because it's my table. If I want to bang on it, I'm going to bang on it. All right? But he sat here. I don't need to calm down. Don't tell me what the fuck to do in my house. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm telling you right now that he sat there and lied to the American people.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful, man.
And even if he did not have the authority over the states, he went and competed with them for medical supplies of all things that they needed. Oh, so you're not going to say nothing to that.
Just saying
shit. The governor of Maryland had to go out and get his wife to make a deal with South Korea to get freaking test supplies because we didn't have any.
Rob, I just need to know, man, how can you sit here and say these things?
You got all the answers, man.
Nah, man, because you come up here saying you got all the answers too. But when I sit here and say these things to you, it's like, well, no, this is that. And I'm like, dude, let's be for real. Let's be for real. Because if you're sitting up here saying in February 7th, he was recorded saying he knew it was airborne, he knew it was deadly, but came out the very next week in a press conference and said, you know what? It's not that serious. We got it under control.
What was he supposed to say?
People, it is very serious. He the advice of the CDC. Don't try to control what the CDC is saying. Don't sit here and try to control what the governors are doing. He the advice of your states. He the advice of X, Y, and Z because it is very serious. Take proper precautions. We are doing everything we can do in the federal government level to ensure your safety during this time. I guarantee you, Rob, stuff would not be the way they are right now. It's called a pandemic response, man.
There are still people that believe it's a hoax because of the shit that he said in the beginning.
There's people that believe in fucking aliens. That doesn't mean they're fucking right.
But
Rob, do you believe in aliens?
Yes. I believe I'm talking one right now. I'll let y'all figure out which one it is.
You dirty bastard. I get to you. I get to you.
We don't have a conversation after this shit.
Why do you think he's an alien?
Who? Him? How you know I was talking about him?
Also, Crystal,
I might have been talking about you.
Well, I don't know.
I'm all. But anyway, like we were talking about, Dude, you cannot sit here and say that, Rob. You cannot sit here and say this.
It's a linear timeline, man. I don't make the fucking rules. I just point them out.
Okay, so you're saying it's a linear timeline.
It's a linear timeline. It's
at what point did he?
Point A,
what point did
point
he?
Z.
What point did he accepted and acknowledge that it was very serious? I'll wait.
I mean, doesn't matter.
I'll wait. You said it's a linear timeline. I said wait. I'll wait.
All right. Well, now it's my turn to talk. Can I talk now?
Go ahead, man. You got it.
Really, honestly, it doesn't matter what I fucking say. It doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what I can prove to you. It doesn't matter how much common sense I try to interject here, because no matter what I say, I'm automatically fucking wrong. And on top of that, I'm just wasting my fucking time, right? Especially when everything that I say is, oh, well, you're not making any sense. Everything I fucking say makes sense. I can't remember the last time I was fucking wrong. And that's real rap. A linear timeline starting at A and ending in Z. If these tapes and this recording was made somewhere between the end of January and the beginning of February, or somewhere in between, and we didn't lock down until April, May, that's when I walked off my job, was April, May. And I worked for the federal government.
Actually,
or was it was the end of March?
It was
the end of March.
Yeah, end of March. That's when I
early March. It was actually early March they started implementing lockdowns.
Actually, it was the week. My birthday is on the 15th. And that was on a Monday, so that was halfway through the month of March. So I'll even go as early as 2 weeks later.
No, what I'm saying is there was implications or procedures put out that some agencies started locking down early March. The only reason I knew that is because when I came out of my surgery and I came out and went back to work in February, I was only in the office for about 2 weeks. And then that was early March before they sent everybody back home. So early March is essentially the timeline where they started imposing that.
For me, from my office, I didn't go back to work on my birthday, which is the 15th. I know that.
Yeah, I was at home.
With that being said, I'll give it the middle of March. So if he made these tapes in February and then a month later, I'll give it a month, not even 2 weeks, a month later, all this information started coming out. Then, and some of you guys out there, some of you people out there, some of you ladies out there are leaders. You're leaders in your professional lives, you're leaders at home, you're leaders in your community. Do you tell your subordinates everything? Especially, like, let's say, for example, there's 3 nuclear weapons hanging over D.C. right now that just got fired in from Moscow. If the president knew about this 45 minutes ago, do you think he's going to get on national television and tell everybody we're all about to die?
Actually, if he doesn't have it under control, he need to say something.
3 nuclear weapons hanging over D.C. He's got it under control? I don't think so.
So did you hear what I just said? I said, die? Like, what if people have the opportunity to take precautions, like
what kind of precautions? Buying toilet paper and buying on a run on 9mm ammo?
Come on, man.
I mean, let's be realistic here. Man. What kind of precautions are you really going to take?
Okay, well, a nuclear bomb and a
pandemic?
Deadly virus are 2 separate things. But yes, if
it could have the same impact.
If I agree that any leader should let their subordinates and everybody else and the American public know when their lives are in danger.
So by shutting down flights to Europe, shutting down flights to Asia, that wasn't taking precautionary measures?
Okay, so let's be clear about something. He did shut out. He attempted to shut down the flights.
And got criticized like all hell for it.
To China, right? Yeah. But he was still letting people in. Okay, he did shut down the flights, but still letting people in. So essentially, he did what he wanted to do. He got criticized for it, but he still did it. But people still were coming in. Okay, let's be honest and open about these facts. Okay,
he didn't shut down Europe for a while after China.
Right now, Rob, very strong point. Talking about the military leaders and passing on information. We talked about this prior to the show. Spot on. I get what you're saying. But, dude, you are the president of the United States. I don't care who ridicules you or who blasts you or talks about you or anything like that. I don't care about your approval ratings or anything like that. But at a certain time, my dude, February 7th, you knew this information. Okay? Apparently, this pandemic came to the United States in January. So, for months...
I think it came earlier than that.
Hold on. For months, my guy, well, your guy, 45, said that he did not know when it made it to the States. And he did not know all this other information. But on February 7th, you're talking about linear, what you call it? Linear timelines. He knew about it in early February. How does he go out here and say Dr. Fauci is wrong when Dr. Fauci is in the media and the news saying, hey, we got to take it serious? So you talking about you want me to downplay a scientist and say, hey, you know what, Dr. Fauci don't know what he's talking about? I know I got all the answers.
I've just never. This is what I'm curious about. I've never seen a man be more fucking wrong about every word that comes out of his goddamn mouth than Donald Trump. According to you people out here, everything this man does and
what
everything
do you mean, you
he
people?
says.
Yeah. What do you mean, you people, brother?
Y'all. Uh-huh. Everything he says and everything he does is just fucking wrong.
It wasn't no different when Obama was in office. It was not any different.
Thank you, Ms.
It was
Chris.
not any fucking different.
Well, then why didn't Obama get ahead on, if he was so responsible for
Bruh, Obama got chastised.
president that ever lived.
Obama was told that he was wrong because he wore a tan suit, bro.
Yeah, don't nobody wear a tan suit. You're the president, remember?
It don't matter.
Yeah, it do
right?
matter.
It don't matter, right?
It do matter. It's
It
not
don't-
part of the uniform.
Okay. I didn't know there was a uniform.
670-1 states that the president of the United States will not wear mom jeans and a bicycle helmet when he's surrounded by the Secret Service. Well, that's what George Bush did. But anyway.
Yeah. It wasn't any different.
I need a drink fucking with you, man.
Rob, no, real talk, man. I apologize if I yelled at you, man.
Can I bang on the table, too?
Yeah, man, go ahead and bang on the table, bro.
Yeah.
I love you, man.
Fuck you, man.
You left me hanging.
We're going to have some words after this shit.
Bro, you ain't going to have no words. Ain't nothing to talk about, bro.
Okay.
Ain't nothing to talk about. Hey, man. Anyway, I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong.
Fuck you.
And look, I'm not going to sit here and say Donald Trump is always wrong. I believe every president has some good policies. They implement good strategies here and there.
Hey, Crystal, write this down.
No, I've said this.
I usually say this to Trent, but he ain't got a pen.
I've said this because while I didn't vote for Bush, I believe Bush did some great things. All right. His biggest flaw was the Iraq War.
His biggest flaw was the Barney Frank shit.
Well, that too, but at the same time,
he collapsed the entire fucking economy.
Exactly, but at the same time, I believe that he did do some good things during his presidency. Do I think Donald Trump has done some good things? I can count on one hand. But at the same time, it just, hey, it is what it is. Y'all, we got to stay tuned to our Q&A, man. We're gonna pick up on this.
I ain't never drank so much in my entire life until I started doing this show. Honest to God, man. I'm gonna start coming up. I'm gonna start coming with a bottle.
It's the Wow of the Week with Rob.
Robert, what we got for the Wow of the Week, my brother?
You ever see, what was that, the Cosby Kids or something, where they had the little dude with the hat that was pulled down, a little dance and shit. The Wow of the Week. So, yeah, at the gas station, and you know what? Yeah, it was at a gas station. There was a older white gentleman that had a mask on, and he was yelling, him and apparently a black patron who was in front of him in line to pay for some groceries, had a little bit of a word or a verbal exchange. Go ahead and play it.
What you gonna do, boy? What you gonna do in here with everybody here, man? What you gonna do? Get your ass up there and get your Hey!
What did the five fingers say to the face? What? Slap!
Absolutely terrible. Yo, and he didn't even punch the dude. All he did was just slap the happy dog piss out of this dude. But I'm gonna tell you where this video gets me at, y'all.
She said 5 fingers to the face.
What gets me with this video is where he said two things that would have just sent I would have did some Exorcist type shit and spun in a circle, puking like green soup out my mouth. Was number one when he called him boy. He said, "What are you gonna do, boy?" That's some old racist ass Southern white people shit.
Terminology.
Yeah, the terminology means a lot because it didn't matter how old your black ass was, you were still a boy to a white person.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. So calling somebody a boy don't fly. This dog don't hunt like that. So that's the first thing. The second thing is when he turn around and say, "Get your ass up there."
Oh yeah. Like he was talking to him like he was a little boy.
Yeah. Like, get your ass up there and pay for your shit. Nah, that my man turned around and just leveled the living hell out of him, and he did it with an open hand, which is even more embarrassing.
But did you see the Coronas?
The Coronas.
The Coronas. That was
Beer?
that was Coronas he had in his hand.
Oh,
They went flying everywhere. He didn't care at that point.
that's terrible. That's good
Wasted beer.
Yeah, that's a good beer, man. Like where I'm from, that's a party foul.
Well, he
So-
deserved that slap.
He slapped the happy horse shit out that dude.
That's why that goes to what we were talking about a couple segments ago. People just say anything out of their mouth and they don't think about the consequences. Like, yeah, watch.
I'm a firm believer in that shit.
like,
And what?
Holding people accountable for the words that come out their mouth.
yeah.
Oh no! Go ahead. It's cool. It's cool. I can't tell whether you want it on the lacrosse field. I can't tell.
Oh, bruh.
I can't tell
I'm
if you just
telling
want to square up in the driveway. I can't tell what you want to do. You got to tell me something, man.
First of all,
I'm like Burger King. You can always get it your way.
I'm looking into the camera. A few weeks ago, Rob told us all.
Last week.
No, a few weeks ago, you told us about your beatdown
Oh, shit.
your cop car that you received.
I tried to crawl under it. I didn't get it beat underneath. I tried to crawl under that bitch.
And also, Rob swears he can beat me in lacrosse. We're going to see.
Oh, boy.
We're going to see. All right, we got confession time, man. Yeah.
Okay. Confession time. Y'all ready?
Mm. Yeah.
I'm always
Okay.
ready.
Says, I just returned to the workplace and there are a few new faces. Because of the current climate of this nation, it seems that conversations in the office are always related to politics and current events, such as the protests and looting. As the only black female in the office, the white males typically force the conversation on me and seem to make a point of emphasis to say certain things to get me worked up. I feel that it's almost intentional to see my reaction and get me sent home. I want to know, how do I deal with this on a daily basis, because I am at the point where I really want to slap one of them.
Slap him.
Don't listen to this.
Slap
dude.
him.
You
Beat
be in
it. Whoop they
Nah,
ass.
you'll be in the unemployment line. Plus, you'll be behind bars. Don't listen to this.
Slap
Yeah.
him.
Because you know they're going to lock your ass up.
This
Especially
is this
you
is
you
one
black
of
and a female, they're gonna dig a hole in the yard and put you in it, and then pick the hole up and throw the hole away.
with the video, like the video, right? What my dude got? What my dude do?
Who?
In the last video, the
Oh,
Wild
no.
of the Week.
Yeah, that
Slap
open
him.
hand joint. Nah, don't listen to this dude. Nah, I mean, one thing I'm lucky in my workplace is that I work with a bunch of nerds. So like these guys, if it's not written in a textbook somewhere, they have no clue what the hell's going on. That's just how they are. I don't have to deal with politics in the workplace.
I hate people like that.
Well, I mean, I go to work and it's like we don't talk about politics. If I'm not talking about Dungeons and Dragons, because the average age of my branch is like 24 years old, so they're all like very fresh out of Virginia Tech. Like, if we're not talking about like Dungeons and Dragons or Game of Thrones or some shit, like they have, unless it's work related, I have nothing in common with these guys. I'm more focused on what's going on out here, like what the items that we're talking about right now, than I am about talking about anything with these guys that I work with. So
Yeah.
my advice to you is just mind your business.
Wait, her?
Yeah.
no.
I mean,
my-
she's saying
No,
that.
my advice to her is just mind her business. Just don't pay
That's
no
what I'm saying.
attention.
She's trying to,
Yeah.
but it's like they're almost antagonizing her. Like they're coming around her, being extra loud,
Just
talking about.
just ignore 'em.
So as a woman,
You're there for a paycheck. You're not there to make friends.
as a woman, I don't think the best thing to do is to ignore them, because, and I'm gonna tell you why. I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't agree that you should smack one of them, even
Smack
though
'em.
you may want to.
Just grab and
But-
shake them real hard. Just you won't.
As a woman in the workplace, it's kind of like And I'm just saying this I'm not a black woman, but I am a woman. And there are a lot of men who will test you in the workplace just to see your reaction, regardless of whether you're white, black, whatever, Asian, Spanish. You will get tested. And I think the wrong thing to do is to ignore them, because they see that as almost a sign of weakness. I think you should be very firm with them about your beliefs and stand up to them, but in a way that's not, hostile. And that's my
No
opinion.
matter what she does, she's going to be viewed as hostile. She's black.
But
Oh, good point.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's why I said her best.
Well, then you need to be hostile. I mean, trust me. I have had to step to men in the workplace, and some have taken it as me being hostile. Others have taken it as me having a strong opinion. But I think the only way to be that leader in the workplace, or be that person that is respected as a woman, is you have to put on your game face. You have to come at them. You have to let them know, hey, this is my beliefs, and that other shit ain't gonna fly. And I work in a male-dominated field, so you can't be the one that cowers in the corner when somebody brings some bullshit your way. You have to be headstrong. You have to be like, look, I think that shit is wrong, what you're saying, and this is what I feel, and that's that. And trust me, them idiots, they will pick on somebody else.
A lot of people in the comments saying to contact your HR. So I'm gonna tell whoever wrote this letter, man, make sure you contact the HR department.
Yeah, just avoid the dumb shit. You can do without it.
And then when you see him in the parking lot, slap him.
I don't do with HR. I handle my own. So I let idiots know, like, you ain't gonna fuck with me. Like,
I want to say something so bad. I'm not gonna say shit. I ain't saying shit. I'm staying on this side of the table and look down.
Yeah, hey, Rob, you heard what she said?
Nope.
Well, we know not to mess with Crystal.
I ain't got shit to say. Good.
Good gracious. All right.
Yo, what's some of them comments? I want to hear some of this shit.
All right, we're gonna go to the Q&A, but hey, appreciate whoever
wrote that in. Yeah, best of luck.
Yo, Crystal badass, ain't she?
That remains to be seen.
All right, Rob. We got to close the thing out, man. How can they reach you, man?
I'm going to go tomorrow. Wake up to a lawsuit.
nah.
And Crystal's name at the bottom of the paper.
You won't wake up to no lawsuit with me.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know. I don't even know how to take that. Rob, how can they reach you?
You can reach me at Donkey Faces. Donkey Faces on Instagram. No. Donkey Faces on Instagram, and you can reach me at Horse Faces. Horse Faces on Twitter. So, and one more thing. Never mind. This has been a very interesting show.
This ain't the most interesting by far.
Well, we got one of our members getting his butthole.
I think last week. God dang, why you keep
Poor
talking
Trent.
like that? I think last week was probably by far. Crystal, man, not man, but Crystal, ma'am, how can they reach you?
Miss Chris 757. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach me there.
That's Miss Chris with a K for Margarita.
No. Miss MSCRYS.
Shut up.
I thought about doing
757.
Don't you dare.
Anyway. You can catch me at DocRJ.5 on Instagram. You can also catch me on Twitter at RJSpeaks100. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at Comfortable2Uncomfortable.talk. You can also follow us on Instagram at Comfortable2Uncomfortable.talk. Check out our new and improved YouTube channel, Comfortable Being Uncomfortable, the podcast, one word. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We got to give a big Blue Phi shout out to my fraternity brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated and my sorority sisters of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Until the next time. Well, actually, make sure y'all tune in stay tuned because we're coming up with the Q&A. It's not going to take 2-3 minutes. We're coming right back to you. So stay on. If you're Facebook Live, stay on. All right? Stay on. We'll be right back. Love y'all. Peace.